Shareef, how did Penn State prepare you for what you've experienced so far at the NFL Combine?
Yeah, Penn State prepared me a lot, as far as like the things, Coach Franklin preached for us, having a positive attitude, being nice to people, being able to talk, and especially with Coach Spence, the things he told me like in the film room, and it's translating here when I meet with teams. So I'm like real comfortable and confident talking to teams about plays, X's and O's and stuff like that. So they prepared me real well for it.
And that positive attitude and mental capacity came with a lot of life experience, as you mentioned. How did what you've gone through in your life prepare you for this moment, and also what has that taught you just to be in this moment?
Yeah, man, it taught me a lot because, coming from, a lot of kids don't get this opportunity. So when, you get an opportunity, make the most of it. Like, just being at Penn State and being around such great people and people that actually care about you and care about your well-being and stuff like that really helped.
I know you're very close with your mother and your late brother. What do you think your brother would be telling you, and how proud he would be of you to be even in this position, as you've mentioned?
Yeah, he'd be real proud of me right now. He'd probably be texting me and calling me like every 5 minutes. So, I'm doing it for him too. When I go out there tomorrow, compete for him, because I know he'd have been with me the whole step of the way. And my mom, that's my rock, my world. Like, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't even be here talking to you guys right now. So I'm just thankful for her.
What would it mean on draft day to hear your name called?
It's gonna mean everything. Like, this like all the stuff like I went through, like building up and hearing your name called, getting drafted by an NFL team, something like you never would have thought could have happened. Like, it's gonna be a surreal moment.
Shareef, thanks for the time. Byron, what would you say your selling point is with some of these NFL teams?
Just showing that how I took advantage of my opportunity at Maryland, and just how I, faced the adversity when times got tough. I just stayed grounded. I stayed prayed up. My mother stayed around me. I had a good team around me back at home. So just the fact that, I've done it, at a college level, I took advantage of my opportunity and made the best of it.
Your adversity goes even beyond Maryland. So for fans who maybe aren't familiar with your story and what you've had to go through in your life, explain to them what you've had to persevere through.
Just from being in a shelter, when I first got to Tampa, when we moved back to Tampa, from, fatherless, it can go on and on. But my thing is, never quit, always keep fighting. I easily could have went left, but I decided to, stay the path, stay the course, put my head down. I mean, it was times, even adversity at Auburn, being the #1 player coming out. I'm thinking I'm finna be the next Devin, 3 years and out, but it didn't go that way. I'd rather it had happened sooner than later. It molded me to be the guy or the man I am today. So, I mean, I could go on and on. One day I say I might write a book, but
Absolutely, you
but
should.
yeah, but and that's not, the last of the adversity. It will continue to come. I didn't even know what adversity was coming out of high school. I thought it's just keep getting better and that you just go to the league, but yeah.
What's kept you on this path of positivity and keeping your head on straight to know where you need to go in the next level and taking advantage of opportunities like the NFL Combine?
Really just my religion. My mom just always preached, God comes first. And then she being my backbone, seeing how hard she fought through things, her being a nurse and stuff. So, I mean, I feel like she laid the foundation and I just kept building on it, we just kept, adding to it. So, yeah.
So given your story and what you've been through, what would it mean for you come draft day to get your opportunity, but then even beyond that, to make the most of what an NFL career could bring to you and your family?
It's just it's a third of the way. That's what the guys, like the legends around here, are saying. It would be amazing. That's even my room, when I look out my window, I see the stadium, and I play Madden a lot. So it's just like the fact that, on Madden you can go to the combine and stuff, and like, dang, like I'm going through that experience in real life. So it feels like a dream, but I have to calm down and just stay humble and just keep grinding. I can't get comfortable. You can't get comfortable. So, but yeah, it would mean the world to me. The fact that I have an opportunity to change my life, my family life. Sit my mama down. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
What do you think her reaction would be?
Oh, she gonna cry. She gonna cry. She gonna be praying and hugging on me. So, that's she deserve it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
And you deserve it too, Byron. Thanks so much for the time. We appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Nick, first of all, how's your health?
It's as good as ever.
And You come into this experience with more experience due to that injury. You've spent time training with your brother. What has that process been like for you?
I just got to see a full NFL season, and I got to go to his games and just see it up close, see what he does to maintain his body and just get through a full season healthy and successful. So I think that'll be a big advantage for next year.
You come from NFL royalty, so many first-rounders in your family, and you included in that category potentially. What advice have they given you through this experience?
Like I said, just be myself, because obviously if I've gotten to this point, being myself is pretty good. So, yeah, just be myself and stick to my work ethic.
Nick, thanks for the time. Rashan, you said you had tears in your eyes when you were making this decision to come to the NFL, but now that you've gotten your first taste of the Combine, how has this experience been for you to take your talents to the next level?
Yeah, it's been a blessing. Every day I wake up, I look at it as a lot of great players that, didn't get an opportunity to come here. So, I'm here. I got to stay in the moment, and every day I get to do what I do and come out here, go through interviews and meet with teams and, get height, measure things like that, and about to bench in a couple minutes. It's fun and it's a blessing, so I'm just taking it day by day and enjoying the experience.
And in this experience at the podium, you said you want NFL teams to know that you're the best player in this draft, period. Where does that confidence come from for you?
I just know what I put into this game and what I put into myself. I know my capabilities, I know my talent, and I'm still learning the game of football. My best years of football is yet to come.
What are people back in your hometown in New Jersey saying about Rashan Gary right now as you head into the NFL draft?
I could guess they saying that they're very proud of me and they want me to stay strong for Jersey, and I'm going to definitely do so.
Rashan, thanks so much for the time.
Thank you, appreciate it.
The 2019 NFL Combine, Anthony Nelson, how are you doing today?
Man, I'm doing good. Blessed to be here.
What's the process been like thus far?
Yeah, it's been crazy. They keep us busy here, but it's been fun, man. We get to talk to a lot of NFL guys, and it's a dream come true to be here, and there's no place I'd rather be.
Have you had an opportunity to get on the board with some of the coaches so far?
Yeah, had the opportunity to get on the board, show them what I got, show them what I know, and talk a little football and pick up some new things.
How fun is that, to just talk ball?
It is. They hype up the process, they hype up all this, but it's football still, right? And it's just fun to get back and talk about football with these guys.
Are you going to do all of the events or the tests here?
Yeah, I'll be participating in everything.
Okay, do everything.
Yeah.
Where have you been training this offseason?
I've been training in Iowa City with Doyle, man. He's one of the best. If not he's probably the best. That's a little biased.
Stick with him.
That's a little biased, but he's the best, and he's got me right, and I'm ready to go.
As far as expectations on the field workouts, what are some that you have there?
I'm not a big expectations guy. I'm gonna show them athletic. I'm gonna show them fast. I'm gonna show them quick. I'm gonna show them strong. And you just have to wait and see for tomorrow.
Right. Some of the questions you've been having to answer have been.
A lot of stuff just about the techniques we play. All right, a lot of stuff about what things I can improve on, what things are my strengths. And just having good conversations. The best interviews are the nice conversations.
All right. Well, continued success.
Yeah, thank you.
Dre'mont, what do you want NFL teams to know about what kind of player they're getting in you?
I think you're getting a great player with an elite pass rushing ability who can definitely hold his own in any situation.
What was the biggest thing that you've taken away from this experience from the scouts?
Just trying to be yourself as much as possible. We don't want to fake the funk for anybody. Just be relaxed and be calm and just display yourself and who you are.
And what would you say the best piece of advice you've gotten from Ohio State in being in this moment?
No, they instilled and built toughness inside of me, and then it definitely is going to be a part of my whole career.
You're a Cleveland native. What would it mean to potentially play there?
It'd be super surreal. Being from Cleveland, growing up being a fan, and watching the games on Sundays, it'd be a crazy moment for me. But I'll be just as excited playing for any other team.
What sets you apart from other guys in your position?
Like I said before, there's not like I said before, but me being 281, not considered really a big defensive tackle, and I feel like I can do what anybody else can do and better.
All right, Dre'mont, thanks so much for the time. We
thank
appreciate it. Ryan, how would you sum up your NFL Combine experience so far?
It's been pretty hectic, but I've been enjoying it. Just the whole experience. Growing up watching it, it's just pretty cool to be here.
Which teams have you met with? What kind of feedback have they given you?
I've met with most of the teams, and just kind of going over basic defenses and talking about what we did at Wisconsin, and getting some good feedback, which is good to hear. And I'm just excited to go out and run tomorrow.
How's Wisconsin prepared you for this?
Right, I think just, from a football side of things, just being, having a playbook, defensive playbook where I think there's a lot of carryover to the NFL, and so I think that was probably the biggest thing that helped us.
What kind of dream come true would this be for you?
Oh, 100% would be a dream come true. Just, especially watching the combine growing up and just, being a huge fan of football forever, it'd be awesome.
Who was the team and player that you most idolized growing up?
Growing up, it is easily Brett Favre. I just love the way he would play through injuries and was always playing, and I don't know, just is my idol growing up. So
if Green Bay were to call your name, that'd
be awesome, yeah.
And additionally, which coaches on your staff at Wisconsin gave you the best pieces of advice in terms of maybe what they went through, or former players from Wisconsin? What have they told you?
Right. So Coach Chris this past summer kind of had a couple sessions with some of the guys who were going to go to the NFL, and just kind of had different coaches speak and kind of explain the whole process. And so I felt in that way, he kind of got us prepared, because just kind of giving us an overview before we, got our toes wet.
How much inspiration does it give you too when you see guys from Wisconsin that have made it up through the ranks? You see guys like J.J. Watt, T.J. Watt, amongst many.
Right. Yeah. No. I mean, it's awesome to see. Like been texting Joe Schobert. Guys had a lot of success these last couple of years in the NFL, and knowing that I played with him and just kind of leaning on him for support and whatnot. It's kind of cool to have that.
In summary, what do you think people from your hometown are saying about Ryan Connelly right now?
I'm not really sure, because we got another linebacker from my hometown here too, so I got to kind of share the spotlight a little bit.
All right, Ryan, thanks so much for the time.
Thank you.
Blake, what has this NFL Combine been for somebody like you who started your career off the way that you did at Minnesota?
It's an absolute privilege and an honor to be here. I'm here with all these elite football players, top of their class, top of athletes on their team. So it's been very exciting to get to meet them, get to know them, and kind of learn about their process. But there's a lot to take in while you're here. A lot going on. It's a long process, but I get to meet with every team, every staff member, coach from every NFL team's here under the same roof. So you got to take advantage of it, meet as many people as you can, and hopefully, it's the next right step in a positive direction.
What have some of those conversations been like when you meet with NFL personnel? What are they telling you? What are you saying back to them? What are some of the questions you've been getting?
Yeah, a lot of the meetings have been very similar. I go into it just be myself. I know that's part of the reason why I'm here is, just be yourself, be a good person, carry yourself with good character. But when I'm in those meetings, they want to get to know you a little bit, see what kind of person you are, how you respond to different scenarios. And then, we're here for football, so they like to pull out maybe a whiteboard or a notepad to test your football IQ a little bit. So they may draw up an offensive formation and have you walk them through Minnesota's defense, my defense, and just talk each position, why we line up the way we line up, and why we do, why we make certain calls to certain alignments.
What do you think distinguishes you in the linebacker position to make it to the next level?
I think something that sticks out a lot, especially these NFL teams, is my special teams playing ability. It's something that earned me time at Minnesota, helped earn my scholarship after my sophomore season, and I have a lot of respect for people that play on special teams, and I think you got to be a hardworking, gritty player, and that's something that, as a young player, as a rookie, you need to be able to do, because teams are always looking for somebody to help out on special teams. It's a big phase of the game, and then on top of that, I think I run well, which helps me a player that can cover from sideline to sideline, whether it be man coverage or zone coverage. So, just building off those strengths, I think will help me.
You referenced the scholarship you were able to earn after your sophomore year. It's not easy to start as a walk-on to then make it to the NFL and the next level. You've been able to accomplish so many things throughout your career. What message would you give to those who maybe start under the radar and maybe don't have the most stars coming into their football program, but to still be able to make it to this point in your career?
Anybody that was thinking about walking on, I would definitely, without a doubt, tell them you got to take that opportunity and take that shot, because at the end of the day, you can always, as how I looked at it, is transfer down a division. If it's not working out, you're not playing as much. But I feel like when you take that leap of faith, when you believe in yourself, if you don't do that 5 to 10 years down the road, once you're done with school, you're going to look back and ask yourself, what if? If I didn't choose to gamble on myself and my abilities, I probably might not be sitting in this chair having this conversation with you today. And, you got to have a strong support system along the way. There was many times where I was a little discouraged about what was going on or how much playing time I got, but I had great coaches, great teammates and family members that supported me and were with me along the way to help pick me up when my head was down. So definitely have a lot of credit to other people to help guide me.
Yeah, in addition to that great support system you mentioned, what kept you believing in yourself within yourself?
Well, I just went back to what I told myself day one when I decided to walk on at Minnesota. I came to Minnesota with a purpose, which was to earn a scholarship, become a starter, and have a shot at my NFL dream. And whenever I started doubting myself or lacked any confidence, I told myself that I've already come so far. Like, as a freshman, I was able to get on the field right away. As a sophomore, I started playing more on defense. And I had to understand that I had to take each year one step at a time, and that's exactly what I kept telling myself, and good things end up following through.
What have people back home in Minnesota been saying about you and to support you along this path to achieving your NFL dreams?
Everyone's very supportive, excited for me. I've gotten a lot of texts and calls from people that are close to me, letting me know, like, hey, good luck. We're going to be watching. We know you're going to do well. And it's really reassuring just because there is a lot of probably stress, anxiety, and nerves with each player here, including myself. So to have those people that are pulling for you and supporting you definitely means a lot and helps me through to get through this week.
What has PJ Fleck told you?
He gave me a call right before I left. I was very thankful, and he called me. Him and I have a great relationship. He's a very supportive coach, very positive coach. I love that man. He's done a lot for me, and I couldn't be more grateful for helping me along the process. He just told me to be me. That's what's got me here so far. Continue to work hard and impress people, and good things are going to fall into place.
All right, Blake, thanks so much for the time, and congrats on your success so far.
Thank you.
Andrew, how do you interpret the kind of feedback you've gotten so far at the NFL Combine and what your experience has been like so far in the testing that you've done?
Yeah, some coaches are pretty impressed, and it's just ultimately made me know that I belong here and that I'm going to do well, and I've gained confidence from it and really am striving to be the best that I can be.
In what specific ways have you gained confidence? What were the different drills or whatever you speak to that give you that extra confidence?
Yeah, so I haven't gone through any drills yet, so just being able to talk to coaches and get a better understanding of the game, and being able to talk about my defense and how I played the game and where they see me in their defense, it's really opened my eyes, and I'm thankful for the coaches at Wisconsin that put me in this position to succeed and have an opportunity to be here and be able to talk about our defense so fluently and well-rounded. I'm really thankful them for that.
Who is your biggest mentor while at Wisconsin, and what's been the best piece of advice they've shared with you leading into the Combine?
Yeah, I'd have to say Coach April, and just the hard work and work ethic that he brought in every day of practice has shaped me into the person and player I am today. So he's always been there for me. He always encouraged me to get that extra work in, come up to his office and get that extra film section in. So I just thank him for that, and yeah.
What do you tell NFL teams and personnels about the kind of person and player they're getting in you?
I say that I'm accountable and dependable. I'm going to show up to each practice, each meeting, each workout on time, and I'm going to perform to my best ability. On the football field, you can depend on me to get the job done, and I'm going to do whatever is asked of me.
What would it be like for you to hear your name come draft day?
Oh my God, it'd be a dream come true. I hope that happens, and yeah, I'll be so thankful and probably celebrate with my family after. So.
All right.
Yeah.
Andrew, thanks so much for the time. Congrats so far.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Here at the Combine, Devin Bush, how are you today?
I'm good. How you doing?
I can't complain. How's everything going to this point?
Good. Everything's fun, man. I'm just enjoying the process. You only get to do this once, so I'm just taking it all in.
How about your expectations of what you're going to be able to do out on the field?
Extremely confident in myself and the work I put in, these past 8 weeks, and I'm just ready to show it.
Fully healthy?
Fully healthy.
How's your dad prepared you for this experience?
Yeah, mentally, man, he just made me mentally tough. He always used to preach that, this game is very mental. You know, people going to try to break you down. People going to try to lift you up when you up. And, you know, when you're down, they want to kick you. So you got to be able to overcome all that.
What are some of the questions that you're kind of getting over and over again?
Not really like a repetitive question, but, you know, just like the simple stuff, like your size. You think you can do this, you think you can do that, like just little stuff like that.
But you can play anywhere, any of the linebacker positions.
Yes, sir.
Tell me this one. How have you developed your ability to blitz the quarterback?
Yeah,
Because it seems like that's
definitely one thing I acquired in college playing with Coach Brown. You know, we blitzed a lot, and I wasn't really a big blitzer coming out of high school, so I think that's where my skills got sharpened a lot, is in blitzing.
all right. Continued success.
Thank you.
TJ Edwards, how are you?
I'm great.
Health good?
Yeah, so I'm actually not running here.
Okay.
Rolled my ankle, and I'm going to run everything at Pro Day. But I'll be
Where
ready
have you
to go.
been? Where have you been training to get prepared?
Santa Ana, California. So
Okay.
Proactive Sports. We got four of us, 4 Badgers out there. So it's been a good time.
So the experience thus far has been great for you?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely worse places to be than the NFL Combine. So no, it's been nothing but a blessing, and you just got to kind of enjoy every moment.
So will you bench then?
Yeah, I benched
Okay.
today. Yep.
Okay, so you did that. How'd
Yep.
that go for you?
It went well. I mean, it's one of those things to I benched 16 reps. It's one of those things
Okay.
to where it's not a crazy number, but my film will show that I'm not crazy strong in the weight room, but I'm strong on the field, so I'm not worried about it.
How's the system that you play in? It's an aggressive attacking system.
Yeah.
How's that prepared you for the next level?
Yeah, I think Coach Leonard in general and our past DCs have got us prepared for these type of things with these coaches, giving us these crazy coverages, but it's nothing we've never seen. So we've done a lot of that in the past, and it's kind of exciting to see it all kind of pay off.
And you're the long lineage of linebackers.
Yeah.
From the Badgers.
For
I mean,
sure.
how has that prepared you coming after some of the great guys that you've played behind?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's one of those things where, like you said, those guys have set the standard for us. So just trying to kind of follow in those shoes and also, kind of do it in your own way. So I'm excited to kind of see where this next step goes, but those guys are definitely the ones who kind of set the standard for us.
It's been fun to watch you.
Yeah, I
Continued
appreciate it.
success.
Thanks for having me.
All right.